Welcome back, Patriots. I must say, some of the things I'm finding are actually fake news. I can't fact check everything, and some of the fact checking comes back like negative, doesn't know, not enough evidence. Anyway, if it is fake news, I don't care as long as it wakes people up to what is going on in England. Anyway, on to one of our favourite subjects. Here's Starmer. Now, this is fake. His net worth, as they saying, his net worth has increased by 25 million. It's not true because I believe the last thing I saw was his net worth was about 14 million. Nevertheless, 14 million. I mean, how much money does he need? And the problem is, this is why he is going for the Muslim vote, because he knows it might get him one more term in order to pile up the millions. They're scamming the country. Labour is scamming and conning the country. And look, this guy says, meanwhile, they investigate people on benefits for doing a bit of cash in hand work just to get by, because you can't get by in England. It's you can't live on a state pension or a few handouts. And they even check people's bank accounts. That level of scrutiny applies to ordinary people. Then all MPs should have their bank accounts looked at as well. But Starmer, believe it or not, he has actually refused an independent audit. Scumbag, got to go. And the leader of the Scottish Labour Party said he wants Pakistanis to take over British schools and British politics. This is dangerous infiltration of our institutions. They must be stopped. Look, we will only get true power if we just have more Pakistanis sitting in Parliament. Where is it going to end? I might ask. The Green Party embraces the Islamic regime of Iran. Now, come on, who voted for them? The Islamic regime of Iran legalizes child marriages, which is slavery and rape. They never cared about human rights. All they care about is their Muslim voter base. That's the Green Party. Oh, it's disgusting. You know, in 2020, Azam Mangori murdered Lorraine Cox in his room above an Exeter kebab shop. He then cut her body into 7 pieces. This is him leaving a flat that we paid for, with her body in a body bag. That's him dragging her or escorting her to the flat, and that is him leaving with her body parts in a bag. Yeah, and he's been done for that. So that's not fake news. But he's still here. They all are. And before you start belly aching over this cleric, because the Ali Khamenei was killed by a bombing, I believe, but he had properties in Venezuela, Syria, Dubai, the United Kingdom, and other countries, including Spain, where he owned hotels, in Madrid, Marbella, and Palma of Mallorca. All his assets were regularly used by his children. His fortune is estimated at 200 billion. Islam, like communism, is a total scam. We have to eradicate it from the world. Can you not see what's going on? It's crazy. To all the leftists claiming to care about the Iranian school bombing, a suspected Islamic terrorists carried out a stabbing outside a primary school in Birmingham. And then a day later, an illegal immigrant did the same outside a primary school in Scotland. But where was the outrage? Where were our protests? Where was our anger? It just goes, it, it just goes on and on, and people just ignore it. I can't, I don't know what to say. It's the Islamists march in London, making beheading gestures, spitting on citizens, giving Nazi salutes, and chanting in Arabic while taking over the streets. Ban Islamic immigration and deport Islamists. Oh, look, spitting. They have absolute zero tolerance for anybody that's other than their own kind. But enough of that. Here's another one, arrived illegally. Running a full Class A drugs ring in Berkshire within months. Now begs not to be deported over emotional anxiety and his British baby. Antonio Ferdinand from St. Vincent flooded streets with cocaine and heroin, bulk buying and recruiting local dealers. Busted with a dozen drug raps and cash, given 43 months. 43 months for heroin dealing. He's now playing the victim card to stay in the country he was poisoning. Britain has become a complete joke. Deport this gangster now. He's got to go. Labour MPs. Patricia Hewitt, ex-Labour MP, said, "We can't prove that sex with children does them any harm." And Harriet Harman, a Labour MP, says childhood sex experiences willingly engaged in, how can they willingly engage with an adult result in no identifiable damage? They're nutcases. Labour of the brain's gone. They've been reprogrammed, brainwashed, just the same as Muslims. Oh, this is hard to watch. This clip is one of a forced marriage in Asia, but it's already happening across the West on a massive scale. You know, this poor kid really, really doesn't want it, and look, it's just a travesty. It's really disgusting. How would you like that, eh? How would you like to have that happen to you? Poor kid. Poor kid. She is so distraught. She has no control over it. And that's happening now across the West. This guy, red, amber, black, says make no mistake, no serious politician will join up with Rupert Lowe's racist party. Restore attracts the far right and the poorly educated. They can never win an election. If you have joined Restore Britain, you have been conned out of £20. That's a bit. That's a bit. That's a bit strong. Another one says it used to be the Hitler Youth. Nowadays they call it the Low Youth. Lowe's Party has got a lot of white supremacists and racists in it. And what's it? Another one here says, "I don't want to keep having a pop at Rupert, as without him there would never have been a rape gang inquiry, to which I was one of the thousands of donors. But I'm very concerned about the ethnonat rats who have infiltrated the party and who are openly racist." See, Rupert Lowe has got the country's interest in his heart, okay? And he knows what to do to straighten the country. However, he did not join Ben Habib's party, Advance UK, because he has openly said anybody not born in this country should not be in any position of power. Well, there's a lot of, I mean, Ben Habib was born in Pakistan, but with a British mother, and he was brought up in the days when Pakistan was pretty much British culture. And as soon as he see what was happening, or the family, they moved back. They moved to England because they could see the bad things going on in Pakistan. So he is a loyal British subject and refusing to join Advance when it was already set up would have saved Rupert setting his own party up, saving a lot of work. He didn't join because I think he's a bit of a racist. He is he, he is a landowning Richo, one of the elite. He doesn't really contact with the working class, I'm afraid. It's very sad because I was supporting him for quite a while, but I could see the way his party was going as soon as it opened. Anyway, back to our favourite Starmer. He is eerily embraced by Muslims in Westminster Hall after a pro-Iran speech. A pro-Iran speech, while Allah Akbar blasts over the speakers. He also cozies up to Palestinian ambassador Hassam Zomlot, who said Israelis deserved the October the 7th attack. Where so many were killed and taken prisoner and abused, and they deserved it. Ah, but look, he's groveling to the Muslims because it's the only way he's going to get back in. And then once they're a bit stronger, he'll be out. They'll probably be assassinated, like what happened in Iran. Once the Islamists had full control, disgusting. In Westminster Hall as well. Oh. And I've been talking about the last couple of videos. I talked about the King of England seemingly praising Muslims and saying how great they are. It makes you wonder a lot because the future King of England in a mosque with his wife wearing a hijab. Well, not just the king, it's his family. How can they do this? They are sinking England. They're just, oh, I give up. I can't get my head around these welfare figures. They're insane. Welfare spending is rising by 18 billion this year alone, to 333 billion. It's forecast to hit 407 billion by 31. At the same time, growth has been downgraded. Productivity is flat. We are facing another energy crisis and unemployment is growing. And that's before AI starts replacing jobs at scale. You know, once they've got safe, self-driving AI vehicles, do you know how many jobs that will replace? How many driving jobs there are in England? In millions. And the only place this money can come from is a massive tax increase on everything. And this is not fake because it is printed in a government statement. It's all there. Disgusting. What kind of fool concretes over their own gas wells during a global energy crisis? Apparently the kind running Britain's energy policy. The cost of red ed, you know, and gas prices are surging and supply routes are under threat. Europe is bracing for shortages. Yet Britain is just packing up our old oil wells and coal mines, and but we still import it. We import it from abroad at twice the cost. What? Yeah, I know, you can't believe it. The youth are our future. We must stand by them and provide opportunities which will help them to be proud of their country once more. Advance UK has got a plan. Advance UK Future and the UAK Forum will have an X space very soon to discuss it. We need your input as well. So don't forget that UAK Forum on X. Remember that, and yeah, so advance are the only way forward. The political landscape in the UK has changed in the last few weeks. Advance has taken stock of the situation, and here is Ben's response.
I did not found Advance UK because I wanted to lead a political party. I never wanted to be in politics, let alone lead a party. I did it because the country is in deep, deep trouble, and there was no political party even seemingly wishing to save it. There was a desperate need for a serious, principled.
Ben is a good man. He's a good man. He's done nothing dodgy, not that I know of. And I think he is sincere and transparent. And the important thing about Advance, if you don't know, their members, their college members, can vote Ben out of the leadership position if he doesn't toe the line. No other party can really do that. And that is democracy, true democracy. Don't forget it. He has to behave or he gets thrown out. And he's not in it for the money. He's got other businesses and money. So please study Advance and join them because they are definitely the number one for this country. Definitely. And then for a laugh, what has Starmer been saying? Starmer been lying. No, Starmer's not been lying, has he? Just for a laugh. Anyway, if you made it this far, you are gluttons for punishment. I will see you on the next one, hopefully. Please subscribe and give me a like. It costs nothing, it won't hurt you, but it will help me because I'm struggling on a government pension. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye.
Gonna make you feel